What advice would you give to a 14-year-old about starting high school? Enjoy your personal relationships, but never let any negative interactions affect you too heavily. That's way easier said than done, but in all honesty you will never see most people you encounter during your HS days again after graduation. Let the haters hate. You be you. Use this time to learn what you like. Explore your options, and most importantly try to be yourself without caring what other people think. Again, that won't be easy, but if you can do it you'll thank yourself later. We're rooting for you. Edit. Forgive yourself when necessary. It's high school. You're probably going to do something stupid. If you have even a remote interest in joining something, try it out. But don't be ashamed if it ends up not working out and you end up quitting. Basically, it'll be way easier if you are able to forgive yourself easily. Having an interest makes you interesting. It's going to feel like the most important time of your life. And the most emotional time of your life. But what's important is finding a balance between grades and friends and work. If you end up working, some classes will feel pointless. And they are. But remember, there is an end and it's important to try and get through them. It's those skills. Learning how to study and how to get through things you don't like. That will serve you better than pretty much anything you actually learn in school. It's okay to grow apart from your friends from middle school and make new ones. Good friends, real good friends, will push you to be your better self. Encourage good habits. And want the best for you. Anyone who tells you to act against that is an asshole. Stay away from them. Don't slack off on grades thinking you'll have time to pull them up. Get involved in some extracurricular activity like tennis or theater or debate or swimming or something you're interested in. You'll make friends and it's really nourishing to be a part of a community. Don't compromise yourself just to be included in a certain group. Don't try to force an interest. Pretend to be a fan of something you aren't into. Whatever. Genuine friends will be made naturally. You don't need to impress everyone. Damn near everyone you meet in high school won't matter in your life after you graduate. Never send anybody photos of your junk. Check your inbox BBYO. She is, most likely, not the one. High school senior here. The opinions of ducking 15 years olds don't matter. What they think is cringe probably isn't even that cringe. Do whatever you want, and even though it's hard, be yourself 100%. You might not be liked by all, but the ones who will are gonna be good people. Figure out which friends are real and which are fake. Don't procrastinate. Pay attention to the way your friends talk about your mutual friends to you. This is exactly the way they speak of you to them. If you have a secret that you don't want to get out, don't tell a single person. No. Not even your best friend. Nobody. If your parents have concerns about someone you're dating or one of your friends, pay attention and listen to them. They are rarely wrong about this. Overall, just try to have fun and grow. You will fall into the rut of "this sucks, I can't wait to graduate," but you will miss some of it eventually. Practice better self-reflection. Stay quiet. Listen more than you speak. And actually think about what you're doing, saying, thinking, feeling. I had way too many instances where I looked back at myself and just thought, what the duck was that? Asterisk. Also, you should know. When you're stressed, your rational decision making skills drop quickly. Even if you think you're fine, you're probably not. I won't tell you to talk with someone. God knows I never did. But each day when you get home, take a look at everything you did and said. And try to reason out why without emotional justification. Don't be afraid to keep a daily journal. I know it sounds lame, but it will help you keep track of your thought patterns and stresses. Don't feel embarrassed to apologize for your reactions, even if the other person doesn't. Get your work done. Don't put it off. Don't make excuses. Get IT done. Approximately 86.4% of your grades will be the work you turn in. You can't get out of it. You can't lie about it. And I promise, you'll feel better having time at home to do what you like, rather than being punished for not doing what you were supposed to do at school. Be serious about the work, and you'll find that your teachers will respect you for it. Semicolon. And for Dalib Gots, it's not that hard. Be one of those guys that just does trick shots and stuff, and not those guys that smokes in the bathroom. You're old enough to think you're old and wise, but remember where you are supposed to be in life. Don't push yourself too hard. People are assholes and your parents aren't being untrusting. They are learning how to let go of their baby into the real world and are worried for you. What you want to do is find the biggest, baddest guy in the cafeteria and shank him to send a clear message. Wait. That is prison. Same thing. Be yourself. Joining clubs or extracurricular activities are great ways to make friends who share your interests. Keep good hygiene habits. You do not want to be labeled the smelly kid. Keep your grades up. But don't panic if you don't have a 4.0 GPA. Only the most prestigious colleges require someone to have a high GPA. Chances are, your college of choice will not require a 4.0 GPA for admission. Be nice to people. Don't drop your new phone while going down to the exit bus waiting area. Bring snacks. I don't think you should get involved with marijuana and drugs in high school. Your brain is still developing and it's easy to fall into addiction at that age. It can easily consume your life. But if you decide to ignore what I've said and you decide to get involved with that shit anyway, take half. High school is so romanticized in movies and the media. And although it's possible to have a great high school experience, don't try to compare it to the portrayals in movies. It doesn't have to be the time of your life. And I don't think you want it to be. Use high school to get prepared for college. And if you make some friends along the way, even better. What I gathered from others' posts is, be yourself and don't give a duck about anything anyone says or does. Do your absolute best in class. Play sports. Join a club. Do something extracurricular. I myself am a 14-year-old, so please correct me if I'm wrong about something. High school is there to learn how to function out of high school. Learn in class. And learn how to be excellent to each other. Once you graduate, nobody will remember the clothes you wore, your hairstyle, or the shoes you had. The labels and cliques will be forgotten. Nobody will care. Be open and kind to everyone. Find your real friends. Hold them close and do your best to ignore all of the superficial crap, because those are the friendships that will be the most valuable after high school. Don't ruin your life for someone. As a guy who just graduated high school, don't get involved in high school drama, not the class. Actual drama. Got way too involved in this stuff when I was an underclassman. Get good grades, make a scheduling plan. Get organized ASF. Take notes. etc. Challenge yourself with app classes. I regret in fact not taking enough of these. Participate in extracurriculars, sports, math science competitions, leadership, band, debate. Figure out what you want to be when you become an adult. If you figure this out early, you'll be a more motivated student and therefore will have better college acceptances. Have fun every once in a while. It's just a phase is rude. Do not let anyone disrespect your hobbies. Just being a phase doesn't not mean it's not worth respecting. My GPA upon graduating high school. 2.3 weighted. My fiancee's GPA. 4.0 unweighted. We both went to the same university. We're both in our 20s now and make $70k plus each. So what benefit did her high school GPA give her? I got my AA in 3 years. Then transferred to university and got my bachelor's in another 3. Racking up $55,000 in student loans along the way. My fiancée got her bachelor's in 4 years. Then her master's in another 2. with scholarships covering 100% of her tuition. Long story short, a bad high school GPA won't stop you from going to college or getting a good job. It's just going to set you back a few years and cost you a lot of money. You're not an adult yet. Do all the things people will judge you for. Because guess what? They're gonna judge you either way, and it's better to be known as flamboyant and socially awkward than hide in the corner being seen as the loner that no one wants to be around. There are hundreds of kids just like you. In your situation. You are not alone. Try not to be nervous. You do you, man. Take a little nugget from improv class and look for friends who yes and you. If you tell someone about your stupid idea and that makes them tell you an even stupider idea back, they'll probably make a good friend. Also, often it's the weird kids who make the best friends. Knew a guy who was the principal's son and loved to skip around the school shoeless and steal people's water bottles, among other shenanigans. Now he's one of my closest buddies. Be really kind to people. You're young and you may have shit you're going through. But you will learn later in life that some of the people you don't expect are going through some really deep shit too. Be kind. Be patient. Be forgiving. Don't start drama. Don't participate in gossip. Forgive yourself too. Growing up is difficult. Don't be too hard on yourself for mistakes. Be nice to your teachers. They have a hard job and it's much harder with all this COVID stuff. Everyone deserves a little extra grace right now. You won't remember 90% of the people you went to high school with a few years after you graduate. If you can handle AP classes, take them. If you can't handle AP classes, take dual credit classes. Apply for every single scholarship that you can qualify for. Because once you're not a graduating senior, they all disappear. My sister and I both had some of the best grades at our school. Her bachelor's degree was 3 years. Living on campus. For free. Mine was 6 years. Living at home. Working. Paying my way through. Don't take everything too seriously. Do dual enrollment. APs are fine, but sometimes colleges don't take the credit. Get in a good study habit, good time management. You'll be thanking yourself in college. But also, have fun. I met some of my best friends to this day in my junior year of high school, graduated from undergrad recently. So don't be afraid to branch out. Meet new people by classes. Or by joining clubs. Befriend teachers. If you talk to them outside of class, they like you more and will be less likely to keep a close eye on you in class or call on you when not paying attention. If you're struggling, tell someone. Keep reaching out until someone really hears you. Have a sports injury? Don't ignore it so you can play in the big game. You might put yourself out for the rest of the season. Starting to feel like your mental health is slipping? Address it right away. The sooner you start working on building healthy mental habits, the better. Struggling with schoolwork? Ask for a tutor. Go to extra help sessions. Tell a teacher counselor, trust me. Deadlines can be moved, adjusted for someone who needs it. Even if your teacher acts really serious about them during class. And preferably make good choices and all. But if you're going to make some iffy choices, remember to rule of nothing permanent. Nothing that could result in brain damage, permanent injury, or an arrest record. If a senior makes a joke about you, laugh it off. Don't be afraid to be the weird kid. Be open to other people's opinions. Even if you don't agree. Meet people. Pay attention. Homework isn't as important as they say it is. And lastly, you don't get graded by the class. The shit that seems important now never is. Be that nerdy kid. Be that kid that is way too into anime. The best part is that none of those things matter 5 years from now. I look back at every nerdy or dumb or jock person I know from high school, and they all have careers you wouldn't imagine they would have. My best friend was probably the most popular guy in school, and he is a janitor at a medical center while his husband is a doctor. Use ducking deodorant. Anyone who says they're the best years of your life is lying. I'd say make them the best years of your life so far. Nobody wants to peak in high school. Don't take no shit from nobody. In both senses. Speech is silver but silence is gold in the classroom. Wear a mask even if the cool kids are not here. Wash your hands a lot and don't touch your face. Cherish every second of it. These next 4 years will be the last time you get to see your friends group every single day. Do everything you can to position yourself to get scholarships. Student loan debt is a major burden in your 20s 30s. Also help your future self and learn the most you can about personal finance now. You will thank yourself later. Make friends with people in the grades above you. Widening your social circle early will make a big difference in the long run. Enjoy high school. No need to be popular or known. Make good and meaningful friends. And if you're held back a year, don't worry. Something that stuck with me for some people. High school is the peak of their lives. I don't know. Be brave. Lot of us have regrets about what we didn't do in high school that we should have done. Try to overcome your fear. Upperclassmen here. Don't date seniors. Get your shit done because that's honestly what you're there to do. Drama's not important. It starts and ends so fast that most of the time you don't even remember what it was about. Walk on the right side of the hallway. Find your people. Hang out with new people and kinda put yourself out there. I've made great friends because of that. Finally find what you like. Take a sec to learn what you're interested in. It helps make school time in general less annoying if you have a few classes where you generally like the subject. If you're not having fun, it's not it. Also, don't do drugs. Life is short but hipper youth is shorter. I never see anyone mention this advice. But I am so glad I did this. Make a book of memories. Like, whenever you come home after having a really fun day with your friends or something, try to write down everything you remember about the day. All the funny jokes that were said. The places you went. And just how much you enjoyed it. I made mine on a Google Doc. When I started making this, I honestly thought that I wouldn't forget that stuff and that it wouldn't be that interesting for future me to read. But man, was I wrong. I have so many memories and funny moments saved because of that. After 3 years, I now have 100 pages worth of pure gold that really helped take me back to all the good memories I had. And I will have them stored forever. Trust me. It'll seem tedious and pointless to record the little moments of fun days you had for now. But in the future you'll be so glad you did it. Don't be an asshole. Even when another asshole is an asshole to you. Don't be an asshole to them. Just try to ignore them or talk to somebody about them. Because less assholes means a better high school experience for others. And even yourself. Don't do drugs or drink. Enjoy being a kid. Find an extracurricular activity you enjoy and just enjoy what you can in high school. Semicolon. The reason I said this is because I did drugs and drank in high school and I always think I would be better off if I didn't do them that young. Like, I would be more emotionally mature and not have such bad mood swings had I not messed with my physiology so young. Please stay on top of your grades. Schoolwork. High school especially. Is truly not that difficult. Also, if you get a job in high school down the road, save. Be the one who asks questions in class. Not clever questions that make you look good but the questions that show up what you don't understand. You will think that it makes you look stupid but your teachers will be grateful for the feedback and at least half the class will let out a sigh of relief that somebody asked. You may start out looking a little stupid but you will soon look like the smart one, because you will be, and lots of people will appreciate you for it. I fought the law. And the law won. Just focus on your studies. Oh. And people are DCKS. Don't try to fan up to them. Also, lockers are useless. At least. Duck up the biggest person you can find on the first day so no one else will mess with you. Edit. The cool kids aren't the ones who hang out and go to parties. It's the ones who make the $, $. Make the most of your time in school. Make connections with people who have similar interests as you. Learn what it takes to be successful in life. Getting an A on a test and being successful in life are not the same. I was a B student in high school. As soon as I hit college I started caring. 3. 9 GPA as an engineering major. Guess what? That's all bullcrap too. Grades, internships, experience are all ways they make you a good worker. It teaches you to be a shipman, not a pirate. If I was 14, I'd do the most to get high grades and whatnot. Make real connections. Increase my human capital. And then as soon as I hit college, I'd try to add value to the world. And make money. Not by working for someone else. ? Do not give a single duck about absolutely anything. It's better to not care. Edit. Do care about school though.